What's up, everybody? Come check in with me. And for a few people to come in. Is it too bright? I just got a new light. Checking it out. But is it too bright? It's bright, huh? Let me bring it out. Right. I think that's good. Well, anyways, I wanted to check in with y'all. I know that I've been posting a lot lately, and I'm sorry because I'm gonna post some more. I wanted to come check in with y'all. Listen, 2022, let this be your year. Let this be your year that you venture off and start your own business. I'm telling you, like, God has been so good, and He's been teaching me skills that I didn't even think that I had. And it's been preparing me to start my own business. And I know that y'all have seen me in the past do a couple different things. Do t-shirts, photography, vacation stuff, my son's business. Listen, I do whatever I need to do to get to where I need to be at, where I'm trying to be, okay? So all those things that I've done in the past have helped me to get to where I'm at right now. Not my final destination, but it's a start, if you know what I mean. So right now I have my own in-home daycare, and that is a blessing in itself. And I remember back then when I was starting all the other things that I was doing, I started and I said, I'm using this as a stepping stool to get to where I want to be, which is having my own daycare. Now, am I at a full facility yet? No. Is that the goal? Yes. To have multiple facilities? Yes, that is the goal. But I'm grateful for where I'm at right now. I'm grateful for the position and the stuff that I'm at right now. And not only were some of those things that I started back then, I'm still using them even right now. As you can see, look at my shirt. I made my shirt, Moga Family. See, this is one of the skills that I learned how to do when I was learning how to make t-shirts. Make your own merch, okay? So as y'all know, we are starting our YouTube channel and we are going all in. So I needed to make us some merch that we could wear when we're making videos, when we're doing pranks, whatever. So I made me and the kid's son. And as you can see, I have a green screen behind me because I just made a video and I'm going to try to learn how to do some video editing. Now, I know how to edit, but I'm trying to really learn how to edit. But let 2022 be the year that you step out. Listen, you don't have to wait until you have it all together to start. Let me say that again. You don't have to wait until you have it all together to start. All you got to do is just start. When I wanted to start making t-shirts, I didn't wait until I had everything. First thing I did was started researching. And to be honest, when I first started, I was going to Hobby Lobby to get t-shirts, to get their little vinyl paper, and I bought a Cricut, which is the best investment you can do. It was expensive, but it was the best investment that I could do. I went online, got myself a little heat press, and it was little. I'm telling you, I started with I didn't know it was that little, but I started with a little heat press that was probably about this big, and literally it could only press a baby shirt. That's how big it was. That really, if I would like, and I used it for a while. I'm not even going front. I'm not even going to lie. I used it for a while because you got to start somewhere. So I had to start somewhere, and that's where I started at. And I wasn't a pro at making t-shirts. I was watching YouTube videos. I was reading stuff. I was finding my way. So I was going to Hobby Lobby, spending all of this money on their stuff, and it was expensive. And not knowing that there was a better way, an easier way, a cheaper way, a more profitable way. And I started doing t-shirts because I wanted to make my son a t-shirt brand. And so that's how I got into it. And I was like, well, how do I make him a t-shirt brand? Do I have to do this? Do I have to do that? I was like, well, what if I just make my own stuff? That's the thing about me, is that I'm going to do my own stuff, so I don't have to wait on anyone else. Supposed to be in my video? Okay. Sure. Let's add you. Come on in. Come be a part of my video. Okay. So yeah. So I'm not going to wait for someone else to help me with something, or to be on someone else's time, when I can just learn how to do it myself. So that's what I did. Instead of trying to figure out where to go to do t-shirts and all this other stuff and paying a third party, maybe I learned how to do that thing myself. I learned that I learned that there's a better way than just Hobby Lobby. But that's where I started. That's all I knew. Then I learned that there was a place on Harry Hines. So then I went down to Harry Hines, and baby, that was the best thing. That was the best thing. I went on there. I started meeting other people who made t-shirts. I started seeing the possibilities, okay? And I'm telling you, I would buy like a little square piece from Hobby Lobby, and it was $14. But when you go down to Harry Hines, that mug was like $2. So I'm buying this little square piece that might be only enough for 1 or 2 shirts for $14. And I could have been paying $2. Yeah, see, I didn't know back then. But you learn. You learn, you know. So, but I didn't wait for anyone. I didn't wait till I had it all together. No, I just kept learning. I kept trying to figure it out. Whether I made mistakes, I did little orders here. And when I started it, I didn't expect to make money from it. But it just happened like that. So I started the t-shirt thing, and I just did it as a hobby. At some point in my life, I did stop working for a period of time, and I used making t-shirts. That was something I learned. I used making t-shirts to help bring in money in my home. But I mean, I like it and all, but I knew that that's not where I wanted to be at, and where I wanted to stop. So went on to the next thing. And all along while I was doing all this, I was still working in a daycare. And I went on to the next thing. Then I went on to photography. Listen, the camera I have, I was at a pawn shop one day and I was looking for something and I saw this camera. And I was like, whoa, that's a nice camera. And my kids are in modeling, so I just wanted something where I didn't have to wait on people to take pictures of them, to post it on their social medias and stuff like that. Something that was better than just my camera. So I was like, I should get that so I can just take pictures of the kids. Even though I knew nothing. I still don't know a lot about photography, but I'm still, like I said, I'm figuring it out. I'm not waiting on people. You can't wait on people. You have to just go forth and trust God to show you them and guide you and showing you the direction to go. So I didn't wait on nobody. I didn't think, even though I knew I didn't know how to do this, but I did believe that I could learn how to do it. So I bought this camera at the pawn shop for a great deal. And I could not pass it out. It was an investment, but it was still a great deal. It was cheaper than what it was. And I know it's not like an all big time camera, but hey, it was a starter camera and it's still doing good for me right now. Okay. So I bought that camera and then I started watching YouTube videos. I started learning how to do Photoshop. I'm still learning how to do this camera. And sometimes when I go to these fashion shows and I'm seeing other photographers, I will ask them like, hey, what should I do with this? And they give me information, and that helped me to better myself in that information. So I started learning how to do photography. Listen, I'm not the best, but I can move around. That's all I'm saying. I'm not the best at photography, but I could do a little something. But I didn't wait for someone to teach me. And I just started. I want you in 2022 to just start. Whatever your passion is, whatever that desire is, and you're tired of working this 9 to 5 and you want to work for yourself, what I can tell you is just start and let God lead you and let him guide you and direct you. Just start. And even if the first thing doesn't hit, even if the second thing doesn't hit, even if the third thing doesn't hit, something is going to hit. Something is going to hit. None of these things I had talent in, but I allow God to show me and to guide me. But my ultimate destination was to be, because I know my calling is to be, is to work with children. I know my calling is to work with children. So even while I learned how to do all these other things, I still had a destination that I was trying to get to, a place that I'm trying to get to, and I hadn't yet reached there. So after doing all this stuff, and then last year was a season of open season for my family. And God began to bless us in areas that we did not expect it to happen. I mean, when your credit says no, when your skills don't qualify you, but he qualifies you. Listen, God qualified me, okay? Connection failed. Listen, God began to bless my family last year. And he blessed us to be able to be homeowners for the first time. And with that door opened another door where he blessed me to connect with someone in my community that helped me to through the steps to get to where I needed to be. Not only did she help me with those steps, she blessed me with materials for the children. Not only did she bless me with materials for the students, I got a phone call from somebody else that I used to work with, and they blessed me with multiple things for the children. I went through the steps, and I'm here today to tell you that I am a business owner, okay? I work for myself. I don't work for anyone else. I work for myself. But I allowed God to guide me and to direct me, and I didn't wait. You know, I knew I wanted to get here, but I didn't know how I didn't know how to get here back in the day. I didn't know how to get here, but I knew I wanted to be here. But this is just the beginning, because I have a greater goal for 2022. My goal is much greater. And not only do I have these goals, I try to teach my children to have goals too, and to let them know that you can do anything that you want to do. Just don't wait. You don't have to wait until I'm older. You don't have to wait until you receive the skills to do it. You don't have to wait for somebody to tell you that it's okay to do it. You don't have to wait. All you have to do is be willing and go forth and try. And even if you fail, try again. And even if you fail, try again. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on where you want to be and where you know God has told you to be. Many people prophesied that I have wealth in my hand, and back then I didn't know what that meant. I didn't know what they were saying. Oh, your hands are made for wealth. Different prophets kept telling me, we see wealth in your hand, we see wealth in your hands. And now that I think about it, all these different ideas that God has given me and these skills that He's given me, that's the wealth right there that He's placed in my hand. And all I have to do is be willing to go forth. That's all I have to do. The Bible says I will give you the desires of your heart. But He places the desire in your heart. Listen, He places the desire in your heart. So I began to have the desire to learn how to do these things. And then I began to go forth. So I want to encourage somebody on today. I want to encourage you that let 2022 be the year that you just go forth. You go all in. Sometimes we go a little bit and we go halfway, but we don't go all in. You got to be willing to go all in. You got to be willing to even invest. And let me tell you, I didn't have much to invest, okay? I didn't have much to invest while I was going on this little venture. But when I could, I invested in it. And whatever I had at the moment, I used that. I used that. So whatever you have at the moment, use that. Use that. I didn't have a lot to pay people to do flyers for me. I didn't have a lot to pay people to do logos for me. I didn't have money to pay people to go and promote for me. But I had to get smart, and I had to figure out, okay, well, what else can I do? What else can I do? So there's websites that can make logos for you, not for $35. Some of them can make. Just so you can start. I got a logo for $5. It was a start. I got a business card, $5. There's a website called Fiverr. A lot of people don't like that website, people who are graphic designers. But when you're like somebody who doesn't have a lot to start with, you got to start with what you have. So that's what I had, and that's where I went to. And I'm not saying I've arrived, because I've not arrived. There's so much more that I want to do and that I know that God has called me to do. But at least I can say I'm going towards that goal. So I want to encourage you to go towards the destination this year. Towards the destination this year. I want to encourage you to step out on faith. I'm not saying quit your job. Don't do that. Don't quit your job. Not yet, okay, sis? Don't quit your job. I'm not saying that, because I made that mistake a couple times. I ain't even gonna lie. I did make that mistake of quitting my job before I just, and I had a little money coming in from those things. But I'm not saying quit your job, but I am saying is start working towards what you want to do. Start working towards your business idea. Start working towards writing the vision and make it plain. Start working towards that. And let 2022 be the year that you start your own thing. Teaching my kids. They said they want to be YouTube. They said they want to be on YouTube. They want to do YouTube. That's what they want to do. So I'm that mom that's about to make it happen. I need y'all. Let me go ahead and promote them really fast. Go watch our YouTube channel. Please, we need your support to watch it, subscribe, like to it. We need y'all to go follow us because that's another adventure right there. So I said we have our hands on a little bit of everything, but one thing we do know is that something's gonna hit. Something's gonna hit. So we'll try whatever we need to try and get involved in this and get involved in that. And this year we want to go full fledged. I know we've done a couple YouTube videos, but this year we want to go full fledged. I'm like, my kids sit around watching everybody else's stuff all day long. All day long, they're watching everyone else's stuff. I just saw his video from Walmart. Yeah. And they're watching everyone else's stuff. I'm like, okay, well, this can be y'all. They're like, we want to do it. So I need y'all to help me to get them to where they want to be at. Because I know that most of the kids are going to be famous. So I'm just trying to help them get there. They don't got to wait until they're 20. They don't got to wait until they're 30. They can start right now. They can start being their own bosses right now. Okay? Right now. Instead of playing video games and just getting into trouble, I want to keep these kids busy doing productive things that will set them up for their futures. Even that's why I have them doing modeling and different things like that. I want them to be set for their future. I'm looking at the ultimate goal for their future, giving them skills that I didn't have when I was younger. So when they do go out on their own, they have it. They have the skills, they have the knowledge. That's what we're setting the older kids up for. If this is what y'all want to do, you got to train, you got to work, you got to put your whole heart in it. So I want to encourage you to put your whole heart in whatever it is that you want to do this year. Do it. And watch God work on your behalf. Watch him go before you and set the ground already. And you'll be like, wow, I didn't know. Every door, every person that told you no, go back this year. Get your stuff together and go back this year. Go back this year. Even if it's just buying a house, you have a goal to buy a house. Sis, brother, our credit didn't say we could. We didn't even believe we could. I'm going to tell you right now, we didn't even believe we could, but God, but God. We didn't qualify, but God. So this year, go for it. Don't wait. You don't got time to wait. I'm going to be honest with you. We don't got time to wait. Get it done now. Start it now. I hope y'all enjoyed my video, and we'll be back. We got some videos dropping this weekend. Stay with us. Go subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please. Even if you don't watch me on Facebook, you don't watch us on Facebook, we're trying to head to YouTube. And we hope to take you all with us. That's our goal. All right. Y'all have a good night.